If you guys are here for the Carvana Corvette, I have some updates coming, but you guys saw the title and the thumbnail of this video. It came up because of getting this C6 Corvette, trying to get it in and out of my driveway, but also I have a 2024 GMC Sierra, and the problem with this is this curb gutter setup here. It is a pretty significant jump up, and even with a truck, you know, I've got the off-road suspension, it can certainly handle it, but it doesn't handle it without the issue of, I don't know, sending coffee flying everywhere. So I started looking for a solution, and I found these guys, Bridjit curb ramps, and I thought, what a cool opportunity to show something made in America that solves this problem. I've already installed 4 of these, and they've been in the driveway for a couple of weeks now, but I want to add one more piece so that it kind of spans a little bit more of the driveway. Bridjit did send me out the original setup here, which is that 4-piece setup, and I personally just ordered one more component because I thought it was worthwhile. And as a YouTuber, we don't need to get everything for free. Driveway dimensions here. What makes this a little different for my scenario is that my driveway is concrete to concrete here is 16 feet exactly. Problem is that it's also kind of at this angle here. We are 17 feet because of that radius coming into the driveway, and I actually wanted this to come out a little bit further to be, say, about like here, so I can kind of come in and make that swing. So we're going to do that now. It is 108 degrees. I could put the infrared camera on this, but I'll just tell you, it is hotter than bejesus. So yeah, can you flip this as one person? The answer is yes. It's not light though. And we will add a piece right in the middle there. Now each one of these sections weighs, put it on the screen here, they're not heavy, but they're not light, I guess is how I would explain it. You can relatively easily move them. The trick here with these nuts is to pry up on the bolt just a little bit to give yourself some space to unthread it. Pop that out. That's probably about where I want to be. Now, what you want to do here is get these bolts in all the way, pry up on it a little bit so you can get the nut on there. They do tell you that if you're going to leave it permanently to actually intentionally mushroom those heads, you don't want to tighten these down because you do want the rubber to be able to move, not only with temperature, but also as you're driving over it. What'll happen is if you tighten these things down completely together and pull these taut, then the rubber has nowhere to expand when you drive over it and potentially can crack. So if you read comments, people saying that there's cracked, it's because they probably tightened it all the way down, tried to pull it tight together, and that is what causes the cracking. So you want to leave some intentional expansion there so that that doesn't happen. Now I'll line this up. There we go. Drive these through. There we go. Just enough to have the bolt threaded on there. Now again, this is very important. You want these bolts to have enough room to breathe here so that as expansion and contraction is happening, it can move. And the joint here is actually preferable because as you're driving over this, if you tighten this up rubber to rubber and get this really tight, as you drive over it, this rubber has nowhere to expand. And what will happen is the hard metal or steel bolt will just basically push through the rubber. So again, you want to leave enough room here for this thing to be able to breathe. That is the intention. And if you do that, it should not crack. So how hard is this thing to drag now that we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sections, which is quite a bit of weight. And I want to go over just a little bit, very little bit. That should be good. Now we just want to flip it over and let it kind of flop in place, and then we'll make our adjustments there. So just taking a look at the before and after, I'll make sure that I cut the wheel kind of modestly here to see the difference between, oh, we still got a little scrape there. There we go, no scrape. Coming in, that's like the angle I would take coming into the driveway. Let's try that again. Pulling out here. Much, much better. Now, I typically back in, and this is the angle I would take backing in the Corvette. So these are designed to actually have a little gap. You can see the through bolts there. You can kind of have those run as much of a gap as you want. And if I kick it in there, you'll see it'll adjust. I can actually kick those in just a little bit closer, and I will. But that is kind of how they're designed, to be able to move around a bit of a radius. Now, you're not going to run super tight radius with these. They will be paving these streets very soon. And when they do that, I'll probably have to pull these back for a day or so, but easy enough to do. So yes, Bridjit did send out, well, 4 of those 5 curb ramp sections, and I think they work out incredibly well for what they're intended to do. Now, it is a bit of a bear, 250 pounds of that whole assembled section of 5 sections for me. Each section weighs about 50 pounds, but with the leverage of being able to kind of flip over one section and then the rest kind of flops over, it is easily done by one relatively in shape 43-year-old male. If you have a neighbor that can help you kind of move these things around, I would highly recommend it. But again, these things are made in the USA, and they honestly don't look all that objectionable to the average person driving by. Now, I've seen some of these that have some yellow stripes on them, and they are a little bit more loud, and I would honestly personally not like those in my driveway because I think they just kind of attract too much attention. These, I like the fact that they just kind of blend in and aren't really a massive eyesore. So I've noticed a huge difference, not only with the Corvette, but also with the GMC Sierra coming in out of the driveway. You can just kind of hit it with speed now, and it's not really much of an issue. Now, I have heard from actually the owner of Bridjit. He said some of the most common complaints he gets not only is due to the fact that the rubber splits for people who attach them too tight together. That's not how they're meant to be installed, but also that people say that they shift around. Naturally, if you hit these things with speed, they might move. That's just kind of part of it. So you might have to adjust them from time to time. The slower you go, the less likely they are to move. But the whole point of these things is that they are not permanently mounted. And the fact that they're not permanently mounted, they might shift. So with that said, I'm a huge fan of these Bridjit curb ramps. I will link Bridjit curb ramps in the description down below. With that said, thank you guys very much for tuning in. If this is your first time tuning in, please hit that subscribe button down below. Remember, likes go a long way to help support the channel. I will see you guys next time. I have an update coming on this Corvette. Stay tuned for that.